Yo, so welcome to the most optimal way to go about implementing a calorie deficit. So I'm going to go through this video a way of performing a calorie deficit that I like to do and also get my clients to do. If you're new here, hello, my name's Tyler. I'm 23 years old. I'm an online coach and in-person coach, PT. I live here in Sri Lanka with my best mate and his brother currently. But yeah, let's get into it, okay? So when it comes to calorie deficit, obviously there is a lot of information out there. I'm going to try and keep this short and simple and go through a method of what I like to call the slow pull and how that is going to help you have a sustainable deficit that you can stay in for an optimal amount of time, and is probably, this is the most sustainable and perfect way to do it, okay? So let's get into it. So when it comes to see the signs of the best deficit, there's going to be three main factors, okay? Obviously the first factor being the food is high enough for you, for your high training energy. So energy intensity is going to be high no matter how far you are in your deficit. I want to make that clear that you should be training intense every single session, okay? Obviously with intense training, you need to make sure calories are high enough. So like within the slow pull, I'll go into it on the next slide, but basically, for example, bugger it. We'll go on to the next slide now and then come back to that one. The slow pull, for an example, 2,950 calories, you reduce by 150 calories, making your first lot of calorie deficit cows 2,800, okay? That's the example. Back to here. So when we do that, we still have lots of energy. We're still very close to our maintenance, okay? We still have lots of food, lots of volume as well. Try and keep your meals voluminous, like having your carbohydrates as well around your workouts is really good. Whether you're at the start of your deficit or mid or end towards the deficit, meal timing can become really, really important. Not so as important at the start, but more so important at the end. But yeah, the volume. Have big salads or lots of rice, or just make sure you're having voluminous food and high protein as well, because high protein satiates you like crazy. Keeps you full and keeps you having a lot of energy because it's very slow in digesting, okay? So yeah, high volume meals, and you can still keep your energy levels very high within the first couple of weeks and months, really, to be honest, when we do that. So again, factor number two, when it comes to the signs of a good deficit, is your sleep is still good. Keeping your sleep good throughout, no matter when you're on a surplus, maintenance, or deficit. Just keeping your sleep really good, keeping it as optimal as you possibly can, okay? It's a really, really good fat burner, and it will just, if your sleep declines, then you're going to probably, over the long run, lose muscle mass, or the ability to put on muscle mass, and also probably less fat percentage drops per week. So, and obviously when it comes to that, we're trying to look for about 0.5 to 1% of a decrease in fat percentage. A decrease in overall body percentage per week. Okay, it's not a lot, but it's slow. And then again, signs of a good deficit is your hunger levels aren't too overwhelming. It's not stressing you out. It's not decreasing your overall daily productivity, because we do not want that. You want to still be at work, still performing your high cognitive functional task well, okay? And that also requires having a good level of fat in your diet, because fats will determine how well your hormones function, okay? That's their energy source. And also it's not interfering with your habits to relax during your downtimes. So like you get home after work or after the gym, you want to relax. You're not thinking about food, and you're not stressing out and feeling really hungry and being like, God, I really want to just eat anything in sight, okay? Thus, you can go up to as hard as you can to start with. However, I'm going to go through a different way, okay? This is good, and we'll go through this in a different video, but this way, the slow pull is probably the best way to do it. So going on to the slow pull. What is the slow pull? Slow pull is when we have a very slow decrease in calories and we have lots of room to pull the calories down over time. Okay, it takes longer to lose body fat, but it's a lot more sustainable, and you're not going to die and feel like a zombie within the first month of training and in a deficit. So some positives are you won't ever feel hungry. Okay, your body over time will acclimate, your stomach will acclimate to the calories that you have allotted per say week. Say each week you might bring it down 75 calories, 100 calories, something like that, for example. Energy in training will still be really high, which is amazing. You always want as much energy for your training as possible, because we still want to look to put on muscle mass, and we can do that if we've got adequate recovery, sleep, which comes into recovery, and protein, and also you're just training intense enough, and you're going to failure and doing drop sets and managing that well. Okay, and if you do need anyone to manage that for you and accountability, then I'm your boy. I do offer online coaching, so yeah, it's sick as well. We'll get you there. Anyway, sidetrack. I'll talk to you more about that in another video. Some slight downsides to the slow pull is obviously it takes longer to lose the body fat percentage, which then goes into results don't come as quick, which goes into your mindset, and you might be like, oh, okay, I'm not losing as much as I want, etc. And you're like, oh, you might get a little bit bummed out by that. But just remember, you're doing it for the long run, okay? And you will get to that desired goal, and that's where mindset comes in. We'll do a whole nother video on mindset around a calorie deficit. And then one thing that I've seen from clients as well is when you do sometimes do this, you're not as strict as you would be if it was a massive pull. Because obviously if you go from eating 2,500 down to, say, 2,000 straight away, you've got 500 calories, you know, and you've got to make sure that you are hitting that 2,000. I'm not saying do that straight away, okay, with food, etc. As well, we'll go on to I'll talk to you on another video on having. Oh, actually, Past Tyler's already done it. I've already got a YouTube video up of that. Go and check it out, okay? Actually, I'll link it down in the description. Go and check that video out. We go into detail a lot more about the training and nutrition, okay? But yeah, this one as well is big. So like sometimes you're not tracking and you're not as strict with your tracking. Like you're like, okay, cool, I've got more calories. You know, oh, I'll let that slide. No, track. Okay, just keep tracking. It's not going to be for the rest of your life. It's just in the deficit. And then also another thing is eat like a dog sometimes. Just if you know what you're going to eat each and every day, and you love something, you found, like, say for example, protein oats with X amount of fruit and some peanut butter you love, and you're going to eat every morning, track that for the whole week. Okay, if you meal prep, even easier. Bosh, you've just got all your calories set out for the week. You know what you're going to have for lunch and dinner. Okay, eating like a dog for a short period of time is going to really help get you to the desired outcome that you want to be at, like feeling the best, okay, looking the best, and just being in the best shape you possibly can. I don't want you to ever get to the point where you're feeling like fucking drained and ruined. You're not trying to step on stage, you're just trying to get into the best shape you can, utilizing a deficit. You know, I've gone from fucking being 105 kilo to now being 85 kilo. We've lost 20 and we are on the road. Go check it out on Instagram, on the road to lose 10 kg. We're going down to, well, we were at 87 when we started this process, so we've lost 2 kilos already, which is great. We're going down to around 77. So we'll see how that looks. I'm definitely going to be getting down to having visible abs, which would be amazing. We're on the road, but we'll see how we look at like 80 kilos. God damn, haven't been that weight in ages. So stay tuned for that. Get over to the Instagram and follow that. But if you're coming from the Instagram to this, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're well. But yeah, that is ways to do it, number one. Okay, ways to do it, number two. We'll get into that in another video. But yeah, I hope this has helped and give you a little bit more thought on your calorie deficit. If you do need help with this, a done for you process, then let me know. We'll have a little chat about that and why you want to hit, say, 10 kilos of body fat reduce. And also, if you want to put on some strength as well. The lady loves strength training, so we'll get you program all dialed in for that. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, lads. Hope this has helped, and we'll catch you in the next one. Gosh.